Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's dive into another round of news from America's team. The Dallas Cowboys are preparing for a pivotal offseason, and one of the most pressing concerns is the looming question of which key players they could lose as unrestricted free agents in 2025. This situation becomes even more poignant when reflecting on the team's young core of talent that has been integral to their recent successes. These players, who came to the Cowboys in 2021 as draft picks, shared not only the same draft class, but also a sense of camaraderie that has developed over time. Micah Parsons, the team's star linebacker and first-round pick, was the most highly anticipated selection of that class. However, two other picks, Osa Odigizua, a defensive tackle selected in the third round, and Chant Gostin, a linebacker chosen in the fourth, were less heralded at the time. Despite not receiving the same level of fanfare, the trio quickly bonded in their new city of Dallas, establishing themselves as central figures in the Cowboys' defense. Together, they learned the ropes of the NFL, endured the challenges of a professional football career, and formed a close-knit brotherhood on and off the field. But now, with both Odigizua and Gostin set to become unrestricted free agents in March 2025, the bond that has held these players together is about to be tested. The idea of potentially losing these teammates who have been through the highs and lows of their rookie contracts is a devastating one for Parsons, who has expressed the emotional toll it would take. Being here together for 4 years, building our relationship to where it's been, obviously it's devastating, Parsons said. The NFL is a league defined by change, and the reality of the circle of life that comes with rookie contracts and free agency is about to reshape the Cowboys roster. This transition is expected to be particularly challenging for the Cowboys, who have 22 players slated to become unrestricted free agents in the upcoming offseason. Among these are not only Odigizua and Gostin, but also key veterans such as cornerback Jordan Lewis, backup quarterback Cooper Rush, and defensive players like DeMarcus Lawrence, Zach Martin, and Brandon Cooks. The team's ability to retain these players is complicated by the salary cap, which presents the difficult task of balancing financial constraints with the desire to maintain a competitive roster. Jordan Lewis, for instance, is set to become a free agent for the third time in his career. Despite turning 30 in August, Lewis is enjoying what may be the best season of his career, proving his worth on the field. But free agency has taught him that it's never an easy process. His importance to the Cowboys extends beyond his performance on the field. Lewis is a cornerstone of the locker room, a leader who guides a young, developing team. His voice within the Cowboys Leadership Council has become crucial, and losing that presence next season would be a significant blow to the locker room dynamic. Similarly, Cooper Rush's role as a backup quarterback has proven to be invaluable. In 2 of the last 3 years, Rush has stepped up in Dak Prescott's absence, leading the team to a winning record. In 2022, Rush went 4-1 after Prescott suffered a broken thumb. This season, he has posted a 4-3 record while Prescott recovered from surgery to repair a hamstring injury. At 32, Rush is likely to be viewed as a backup option in free agency. However, the Cowboys must decide whether to keep him or focus on the future with Trey Lance, a younger quarterback who remains largely untested in a starting role. Veterans like Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Brandon Cooks add another layer of complexity to the Cowboys' roster decisions. Martin, one of the league's top offensive linemen, recently underwent season-ending ankle surgery. While he is a foundational piece for the offensive line, his future in Dallas may be uncertain, especially with the possibility of retirement looming. Lawrence, a key defensive playmaker, has not played since September due to a midfoot sprain, but his desire to continue playing remains strong. Cooks, who has made significant contributions in the passing game, also carries immense value in the locker room, especially for the team's younger players. His leadership could be critical in the seasons to come. The defensive front is also a major area of focus, with Linval Joseph and Eric Kendricks both facing uncertain futures. Joseph's return could hinge on the Cowboys' defensive coordinator, Mike Zimmer, who was a major factor in Joseph's decision to join the team. Kendricks, who has led the team in tackles despite missing 2 games, could also be tied to Zimmer's future with the Cowboys. Kendricks came to the team under the assumption that Zimmer would be in charge, and if Zimmer departs, Kendricks' return may also be in jeopardy. With DeMarvion Overshown facing the possibility of missing the entire 2025 season due to a major knee injury, Kendricks' leadership and on-field production would be even more important. One of the more intriguing cases this offseason is running back Rico Dowdle, who has quietly emerged as a key contributor. Despite not being the starting running back until midway through the season, Dowdle has led the Cowboys in rushing and is pushing for 1,000 yards. His strong performance has raised questions about whether the Cowboys see him as a long-term solution at the position, or if another team might offer him a more prominent role. The Cowboys' recent draft rumors point to the possibility of them selecting Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty in the first round, further complicating Dowdle's future with the team. As the offseason approaches, many of these questions will be answered in early March. However, for now, players like Gostin are taking a more present-minded approach. I'm a very present guy. So when people ask me questions about the future, like, how people give you that fake answer, I really don't think that far ahead, Gostin said. I'm more so, I am where my feet are. In the coming months, the Cowboys front office will have some difficult decisions to make, and the fate of these key players may hinge on a balance between financial constraints, roster needs, and long-term vision for the franchise.